You just had a termite inspection and you realize you can't understand the termite report. What's worse, apparently they found some issues and you can't even figure out where they are in the house. Don't worry, I've got answers and it's all coming up. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Oberholser with RE/MAX Accord. I'm located in the East Bay Tri-Valley area in Northern California. My channel's about helping both buyers and sellers get maximum results for one of their biggest investments, their home. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the termite inspection is crucial to have. And in some cases, the termite report will be the determining factor on whether a buyer will submit a repair request to the seller and for how much those repair request costs will be. Therefore, it is so important that all parties, buyer and seller, and their collective agents understand thoroughly what is on that termite report. Now, if you've never seen a termite report, I'm going to show you the difference between a home inspection and a termite report. I'm going to use the same company for both, which is Specialty Inspections in Pleasanton, California. I've already featured the home inspection by Shauna Brew. You can find a link for it at the end of this video. When you read a home inspection report, it looks pretty straightforward. I find most home inspection reports are written in a narrative format. The report tends to start as the inspector would walk up to the house, observing and reporting on all items noted. I think this makes it easier for the viewer to follow and understand the material. However, a termite report is not written the same way. Now, this is because all termite reports in the state of California must follow a specific template or guideline as deemed by their state regulatory agency. So at first glance, it may look a bit confusing to navigate through. The good news is, once you learn how to read and interpret a termite report, they're all pretty much laid out the same way. Therefore, to understand what's in a termite report, and more important, to know how to prevent termites and other issues from occurring, I'm going to interview Mark Kearns from Specialty Inspections. Now, please stick around to the end because I'm going to come back and break down a termite report for you so you understand how each area relates to the home that you're selling or purchasing. Okay, let's get to our termite inspection with Mark Kearns from Specialty Inspections. Mark, please explain the terminology used in your business and how your inspection is conducted.
My report's actually called a WDO report, a wood destroying organism report. So in that report, I classify things either section 1 or section 2. Section 1 means there's an active infestation or infection. So infestation would be wood destroying insects, termites, beetles. I don't look for ants and rodents and roaches and things like that. When I say infection, I'm talking about fungus damage, dry rot. When the moisture content in the wood's above 28% and starts to decay. In that inspection, what we do is we draw a diagram of the structure. We prod around looking for decay, possible signs of termites, and go through the house. We run all the plumbing and things like that. I talked about section 1 earlier. Section 2 condition, the condition deemed likely to lead to an infestation or infection. So a section 2 condition could be something like, I might say you need to paint your house. Seal the bathroom floor.
How do you inspect the exterior of the house or structure?
Just right at the front left corner of the house. And we start to draw a diagram of the structure. We walk around the structure and then come back. On the way back, we start inspecting. So we start prodding around looking for decay in the exterior.
How do you inspect the inside of the structure?
Inside, we're looking for, typically where there's water, there's possibility of damage. So you look, concerns would be bathrooms. We're looking for any types of staining or roof leaks or things like that might appear on the interior of the house. So technique is to stick to your right-hand wall, and when you come across plumbing, you water test it because that's a condition that could lead to a problem if you did have a plumbing leak. And go through and outline it on the diagram and put it in the report, and we'll have a finding and then a recommendation. And then if it's something that's a repair that needs to be done, we would issue a cost as well with that repair.
What kind of termites do you find in Northern California?
There's 2 types of termites in this area typically, subterranean termite and a drywood termite. Subterranean termite comes from the soil, and their fecal matter is called masticated wood. So when they discharged, there would be the masticated wood, which would look like dirt, basically a mud tubing up the foundation. And a drywood termite, their fecal matter is a pellet, so it's a granule. These subterranean termites are actually easier to treat because you just have to treat the soil and you eliminate their moisture source. For a drywood termite, it would call for fumigation.
Does your company provide the fumigation service, and what is the warranty on this?
Subcontracting company that we use, and most all companies in the Bay Area, subcontract, that. We do a 3-year warranty after a fumigation, but there's really no preventative things that you can do to prevent a drywood termite. It's really an entry point on the house they get in. In their reproductive stage, all termites swarm. So they fly, they have wings. So if they land on the structure in a position, and find a mate, they can burrow in at any point. So technically, they could reinfest your house the day the tent comes off.
Once you've concluded your inspections, please explain how you discuss your findings with the buyer or homeowner.
Yeah, we do a walkthrough with them and go through every item that would be on the report, just to eliminate questions later.
What happens if you see an issue such as water damage and you feel it needs to be explored further?
Right, in the report, if we find something like that, we would recommend a further inspection. So it wouldn't be done at the same time as the original inspection. We would then outline it and go out with a crew guy and open up walls or whatever we need to do to make things accessible.
What is the most common type of repair your company does?
A lot of roof framing, fascia boards, side garage door replacements, things like that. Wood siding, if there is wood siding on the exterior of the property.
What preventative measures would you recommend a homeowner do to protect their house?
Like you said earlier, painting is very important. That's the biggest maintenance on the exterior is painting. And making sure there's no earthward contacts, around the structure. Soil piled up too high on the wood siding or, things like that.
Do you recommend a termite inspection be performed from time to time to prevent issues from occurring?
I think for the general maintenance of the property, you should. Every 2 to 3 years, order to have an inspection. It's a very cheap, inexpensive way to maintain your house. Stay on top of it. If you let things go too long, of course, it's going to cost you more money.
For any questions from Mark, please reach out to him directly. His contact information is listed below. Okay, so now I'm going to break down a termite inspection report for you. So when you start with the first page of a termite report, it appears to be a bit brief. However, this page is actually the true business end of the report. Starting at the top, you'll find very specific information about the property. This is where the property street address is noted. Then as we go through, the date of the inspection will be over here. How many pages of the report, who did it, in this case it's specialty inspections. Firm registration and report numbers are specific to the termite company. If the report's going through escrow as far as billing, they'll have the escrow number here. Ordered by is the person who ordered the report. In this case it was me, so Warren Oberholser. Property owner and property of interest. Generally this reflects the owner on record. This area references contact information. And as we go down here, it's going to talk about, is this a limited report, supplemental report? Is this a reinspection report? General description, this is a general description of the property, and it just helps to identify the property in the event repairs are performed later. Inspection tag posted. Part of the California Pest Board regulations is to post a tag. It's basically a sticker, and it goes on the property after it's been inspected. The sticker usually has the company's name and the date of the inspection. So in this section, they need to know where the sticker or tag is located. Other tags posted. If the inspector observes any previous tags, it's noted here as far as the location. In the middle of the page is an outline or list of what will or will not be inspected and or any limitations to the inspection. Most companies will have verbiage such as, an inspection has been made to the structure, shown on a diagram in accordance with the Structural Pest Control Act. This means what's on the diagram below is the only area that's been inspected. Now for this company, the inspection does not include detached porches, steps, or any other structure that's detached like an arbor or a fence. Directly below this statement is a list or a 5 keys items that notes what's going to be found in the inspection. Most termite companies have this same thing, and they'll read from left to right: subterranean termites, drywood termites, fungus, dry rot, other findings, further inspections. Below this statement is a diagram of the property's foundation and any adjacent structure that is part of the inspection. Now please understand, this is not to scale, nor is it considered a blueprint of the property. So if a property has multiple levels, it doesn't specify what floor or level the finding is on. The next group of pages defines the scope of the inspection, what is covered and what is not. their guarantee and limitation of liability, how they perform repairs, and definition of terms such as Section 1 and Section 2. It's a good idea to read through the literature so you have a good understanding of what to expect from their inspection. At the end of the report will be the findings and recommendations. Each company does it a little different. However, all of them will have a corresponding number or a letter that identifies what's been found on the front page diagram. Each finding and recommendation will have a designation of either being Section 1 or Section 2. Over the years, I've read several of these and I feel pretty confident of my understanding of how they're written. However, from time to time, I'll still contact the termite company whenever I need clarification, especially if it's a company or a new inspector I haven't worked with yet. You'll find the vast majority of termite inspectors to be very professional and eager to help. So by taking your time working through the inspection report as we just did, you'll feel pretty confident with your understanding of what's on the report and hopefully still be excited about purchasing or selling your home. Thanks so much for watching. Now that you've watched this video, you may want to watch these other related ones. Please post any questions or comments you may have below. I usually can get back to you within 24 hours. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button. It does help support my channel. And stay tuned. I have more helpful videos like this coming soon. Thank you so much for watching.